Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Section 5 matchup and Section 6 matchup with the Olean Huskies. I'm Bob Peischer, broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Hornell and Olean, their first game of the year for both squads. Under the brand new lighting here at Maple City Park. Hornell in the red shirts and red pants, Olean in the white shirts and dark orange pants or shorts. Welcome those watching on Facebook Live. Shut down my first game of the year. It's going to be a little hard to tell what players are which here because Hornell's got dark numbers on dark shirts, which is a no-no. Can never figure it. Last year it was the girls' team. This year it's the boys' team. Ball creeps out of bounds. That's number, oh, see, just like that, I got the wrong number. That's number 13 for Hornell, David Brown. In goal is Tanner Stutzman. JV soccer won 5-0 over Olean. Again, Hornell with no ball boys, which Chase Freeland inbounds. Centered and snagged out of the air by number 40, Jack DeWallaby. It's number 42 for Olean. Don't forget Friday night. I see a question asked. We are going to be doing Hornell at Batavia this Friday from Batavia. We're all set with the athletic director. They're actually building a new stadium there and stuff, so it's going to be construction underway in Batavia, I guess, and they're going to set up a tent for us in the stands, in the old stand. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't been there yet, but we will. That's our next broadcast. And then back home here Saturday night as the Hornell and JT girls face off against each other. Girls winning last night 3-0 over Olean. There's Tanner Stutzman, the goalie. Gavin Johnson was number 15 there for Olean. going to be a corner kick for, I think, yes. Corner kick for Hornell. Was that Braden? Braden Caruso, number 2, 11th grader. Like I said, hard to see these numbers. Should have white numbers. Oh, and just wide right. Don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, to join in as well as share it. Let other people know you're watching. Let other people know your friends that we're bringing you Hornell and Olean live here on a Tuesday night. On a warm, muggy Tuesday night here from Maple City Park. Make sure you give us a like as well if you have any questions. Again, I'm Bob Peischer, broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Another Peisch Sports presentation. My 30th year bringing you high school sports as well as college. 30 years. Seems like yesterday. Six and a half minutes into the contest here, still 0-0. On the near side here, kicked out of bounds, number 25, Graham Kennard. Again, both teams' first contest for both teams. Just in case you missed it, Hornell girls last night played Olean at Alpha University, coming away with a 3-0 victory. Sent in! Goal! Didn't see, was that Braden? They got the new lighting system here, and every time they score, they can dim them. So Hornell. My clock here, I'm a little off. I apologize. I'll wait till I catch up. They said it, I couldn't hear who they said actually scored, so I apologize. I'll get it to you. Since I play spotter and scorekeeper and announcer and cameraman all in one here, so it's kind of, especially with the numbers, like I said, on the back of Hornell shirts, I can't tell one number from another, one player from another. Cross, and kicked out. Gonna be a corner kick from the far side. Again, thanks for joining us on Facebook. Hornell up 1-0. Now a chance to add to it. ahead. Ooh. Out that time. Today's game is brought to you by Remax Hometown Choice, office at 117 Main Street in Hornell. Call 697-3629. Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, a household name.
First Heritage Federal Credit Union brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn up to 39 times more interest on your money that just might make you want to dance. ATM refunds, no monthly fees, outstanding local service, and way more interest than those mega banks. What are you waiting for? Switch to free Kasasa checking at First Heritage Federal Credit Union.
Like I said, I'll get the kinks out here little by little. Sun up. Easy pickings for Tanner. Wide shot that time by Braden Caruso. At the 20-minute mark, they'll be taking a water break because of temperatures. This game was actually moved back an hour from 7 to 8 o'clock. JVs as well. JVs came away with a 5-0 victory. Again, no ball boys here, so every time the ball goes out of bounds, we got to wait until someone chases it down. Who's that over there? Someone sitting on the... Not sure who that is. As we wait for the throw-in. Being invaded by spiders here. They're attaching their webs to my camera system. Chase Freeland fighting for it against Jarrett Pritzel. Pritzel's a senior for Olean. Handball not called. Saw a few of them in the JV game, but what are you going to do? Main Street Redemption Center open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 3. Get your cans and bottles into Main Street Redemption Center, 286 Main Street in Hornell. Maple City Dodge, stop up and check out the 2019s on the lodge and the sales that are going on for the 2018s. Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, great sales, great service, Maple City Dodge. And Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, 698-4444. Need some service done on your heating system. Of course, it's 90 degrees out today. You probably not even think about it, but don't forget, winter will be here before you know it. Another month or so, you'll be turning on your heating system. If it doesn't work, you might want to think about calling Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating. Okay, Mr. Spider, you're going. Controlling the ball over on this near side was Dominic Coddington. Okay, hold on a second here. I got to get rid of this Spider. Get away. Uh-oh, now he hit himself in my lens. Sorry, I lost track here trying to find my Spider. Crossed. And nice shot that time. Unable to score that time is number 12, Noah Fuller. Up front. Substituting in number 1, Jonas Scotty for Hornell, and number 6, Connor Smith. Attack, attack, people. Nothing worse that time. Who was that coming back down here? You got to keep attacking. Anytime someone takes a shot on goal, and that happened in the girls' game last night, too. The Hornell was just standing around, and it ricocheted off. And if someone was attacking, they would have scored. A perfect example right there again if they watch this film. Wyan Chiropractic. Stop in and see Dr. John Wyan, Dr. Joseph McKay at Wyan Chiropractic, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wyan Chiropractic. See, they got to track down a ball again. I'd like to thank our advertisers. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. You never want to. Once that kick goes in, I'm still thinking about it. Attack the ball. It ricocheted off the goalie. Would have been a great opportunity for a Hornell player to score. To welcome those watching from around the United States. Let us know where you're watching from on Facebook Live. Ball goes out of bounds. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys with offices in Buffalo and Rochester, proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders, Connors and Ferris. Remember at this time last year, I was having all kinds of troubles trying to bring you the game, stuttering video and stuff. Everything seems to be working fine now. Using a mobile hotspot here. The system the school has it doesn't seem to handle the heat very well. Keeps shutting down, but they're working on it. It's hard. They're trying to figure out the new lighting system. Everything's happening at once here, so they're doing the best job they can. Eventually we'll have Wi-Fi here. And the reason is I want Wi-Fi so I don't have to pay for the mobile hotspot, because it costs about $30 to $40 a game to bring you this game, in just the cost for the internet. You know, so that's one of the reasons why I like to use free Wi-Fi if I can. There we go, nice passing. And wide right that time. Chase Freeland. They're going to blow the whistle here shortly, like I said, at the 20-minute mark, probably to get these kids some water. I'm guessing. They did it for the JV game, and I think that's in the New York State athletic handbook as well, about breaks when you're dealing with the heat. Next dead ball. No, they're not. It's under 20 now. Yep, they're there. Stop the clock. Give us a chance to take a quick break. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, Peisch TV, we'll be back after this message. Facebook Live, you can stay right with us.
Hey, we've got a great team here at Maple City Dodge. Stop down and let us help you find your next favorite vehicle.
I've been buying cars at Maple City Dodge since I started driving. Gary and the boys have been helpful, and the process is always easy.
The reason why we came to Maple City Dodge is because they're family friendly and we love their service.
It's worth the drive to Maple City Dodge because we have the best sales and service, and we'll prove it.
Okay, so I was right. It was Braden Caruso that scored the goal for Hornell, assisted by Chase Freeland. Number 16, Mark Brown with throw in for Olean. Great job, stolen away by Chase. Up front, back and forth we go. Kind of clogged that time. That was Justin Briggs. I'm sorry, it wasn't Chase. And up front, that time, number 12, Noah Fuller with the attempt. I think he could have dribbled it in a few more yards before he did, or before he shot it. Not sure what the call is there. Welcome Brian Blades, Jerry McEnany, Pat Pico. You guys, welcome to Facebook Live. Again, I'm Bob Peisch, broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. One of a lot of games we're going to be doing here. Again, this Friday we'll be bringing you live Hornell football at Batavia. Starts at 7:30 p.m. here on Peisch Sports Facebook Live. And then Saturday we're back here with the girls soccer. We got youth football coming up as well. We're even going to do some volleyball as well as some women's swimming. All live here on Peisch Sports. But for here, it's 1-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. What was that? Illegal throw, perhaps? Keith Burrell, how you doing? I gotta start, make sure I'm filming before I keep looking at the computer. See who's watching. Here we go. Centered. Nobody home. I think he could have taken it. Left-footed there. Talking to Juliet Marino, the goaltender for Hornell girls. Like I said, they won 3-0 last night in playing at Alfred University against the Olean Lady Huskies, and she was surprised. You know, she just thought the team was still kind of putting things together, but they played very, very well, and even surprised her, and she did a great job in goal herself. But the defense was so strong for the Lady Raiders last night. Julia, I think, had 3 stops, 3 really considered what I would consider shots on goal. Tim Harrison, welcome. If I don't see all your names, I apologize. Beautiful Tuesday night here at Maple City Park under the new lighting. 30 years the old lights have been here, and now they've actually got track lighting too, so if they want to leave it at night, if someone wants to walk on the track, they can have just a certain amount of lighting just to light up the track instead of the field. And there's a push that time by Chase. I think that's Chase. I gotta zoom in. No, that's Connor O'Rourke, sorry. Like I said, Hornell with these uniforms. Dark letters on dark uniforms do not work, especially if you're trying to announce and looking through the monitors here or the TVs. It doesn't work very good. So I apologize if I miss players' names occasionally. Up front. John Van Scooter, classmate of mine. Hi, Floyd Farley. Saw you in church on Saturday. Again, 1-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Now, I'm always for there's a time to reverse play here, get it across the field, but nobody was home over that time. Nobody was moving for Hornell. Everyone was kind of standing still. If for some reason we lose you on this live stream, we'll get you right back on. It's happened in the past, and I'm sure it'll happen again. Checking in for Hornell, Braden Caruso is returning to play. So is number 13, David Brown. Given Ian Ashworth. Get a little emotional even saying his name. It was my neighbor for a number of years. Saw him as a baby. Right next door, great kid, Ian. His sister is a great athlete, star for the girls' varsity team as well. Both lived next to me for several years. And they moved, built a house. .5 minutes left here in the first half. Dominic Coddington does the honors with the throw-in. Kim Hillman, welcome. Get 1-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Hornell and Olean, first game of the season and best time of year. There's 2 times a year I really like. This one, obviously, starting to the fall sports season. And the winter season. I like basketball, too. Basketball, wrestling, swimming. So it was kind of boring for the last month since I couldn't stream anything live for you. And knocked away that time. And off the crossbar, actually the goalpost that time. So subbing in number 13, Colin Greenstein, and number 19 for Hornell, Colin Pontis. So 2 Collins checking in, Colin Ponticello and Colin Greenstein. That's a pretty neat name, Greenstein. Temperatures dropped 9 degrees since 5 o'clock, so it's down to 81 degrees here in Hornell. It's got to be probably a little bit warmer on the field, obviously, because the sun's beating down it all day. Number 7, Lucas Sakia, checking in for Olean. That's one thing that both coaches said was important, is trying to keep kids in and out, keep them hydrated.
Join Connors and Ferris in supporting the Kelly Tough Every Score, benefiting Hunter's Hope.
Every time the Bills score, children win.
For more information, visit connorsandferris.com.
If you get hurt at work, you want to be able to turn to a professional you can trust, someone on your side. Call 262-COMP today and get the results you deserve.
Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you.
Trying to chase it down, number 18, Braden Smelnich. Marika Wooliver joining us on Facebook Live. All the way from corner of East Avenue in Florence. Under 10 minutes here remaining in the first half. 1-0 on the Braden Caruso goal, assisted by Chase Freeland. Hornell's had some very good opportunities. Tanner Stutzman's got to be a little bit bored. Handball. Tanner Stutzman being the Hornell goalkeeper, 11th grader. His brother Taylor attending Alabama University. Out of bounds. Stop up and check out Maple City Dodge 2019s that are on the lot. Great sales, great service on Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, corners of Airport and Seneca Road North. Maple City Dodge. going to make its way. Again, the goalkeeper, it says 44. I don't have a 44. I do have 42, which is Jack DeWallaby, and he is the senior, and I think he was a goalkeeper last year as well, so I think that's him for the Huskies. Huskies versus the Raiders. Again, don't forget Friday night we'll be bringing you the Hornell Batavia football game as both teams start the season. Hornell travels to Batavia. Hornell beat Batavia last year, if you remember, on their way to a sectional championship. So Batavia looking for some revenge probably. Shot, and that's wide left. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning, Coal Services, State Route 36 in Canisteel. Call 698-44 for Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating. Don't forget to check your heating system, make sure operational. I have to call them because I need a new pressure relief valve on my hot water heater. Get that done before it gets cold. Under 6 minutes here in the first half. 1-0 Hornell on the Braden Crusoe goal. Fed a little bit too far that time. Maple City Park. It's celebrating its 30th anniversary as well as me. I started televising 30 years ago and right here in this field. I remember doing it before the stands were built. I remember the soccer team played a game. I didn't televise. I think I did some highlights of that game though. And there's Stutzman has to stop that one. So this field's enjoying its 30th year as well as Peisch Sports' 30th year. And I've saved everything I've ever done. So if you're out there and played sports and know that I was there, I have a DVD somewhere with you on it. I know where it is. I shouldn't say somewhere, but I know where it is. And I sell them, so if you want a DVD. Substitutions are coming in. Wyand Chiropractic Associates, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Stop in to see Dr. John Wyand, Dr. Joseph McKay at 20 Park Drive. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wyand Chiropractic. Talking to John, and Kim, both are empty nesters, they say. As both are in college now, those kids. So it was kind of emotional thinking about it because I coached them for years and great kids. Hornell, all these kids here, and we lost, not once they lost them, but they moved on to college and stuff, so. Kate Colucci from the girls team. Nolan Roselle, but of course Tim and Cindy aren't empty nesters yet. They still have a daughter home. But a lot of players, seniors move on, obviously. Shot! Freeland! There's the light system. So Freeland. Will McNellis, another one that moved on from high school, played here soccer at college. Welcome on Facebook. So 2-0 now. Chase Freeland on that goal. Like I said, the girls coming away with a 3-0 victory last night. And now the boys up 2-0 here in the first. It's number 17, Liam Hendrickson, throwing the ball in. Stopping the clock for something, injury perhaps, or water. No, it can't be water with 2 minutes left. What did happen? I think a player did get hurt, so they, oh, I guess. I'm surprised they do it with 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes basically. Well, I guess they're not, they're just, someone came off hurt, I believe. Sending it across, Jonas Scotty, number 1. Like I said, it's hard to see these numbers, but oh, number 7 wishes he could have that back, Lucas Sakia. .13 with the throw-in, that's David Brown. I like the hustle there, number 14. For Olean, hustling around there, Max Linderman. Alexa, Van Scooter, Amy Griswold, Decker, Lou Cartella joining us. Kara Smith Van Allen as well. Tanner Stutzman with the stop, rolls it ahead. Freeland up front. Nice move. Sends it in! Goal! I didn't see who that was. Was that Braden Smelinich? Or was that Liam Hendrickson? Yep, Smelinich. So great job, Braden Smelinich. It's going to make the score 3-0. Hornell, very fast team. Near side, it's number 7, Lucas Sakia. Jaden Pritzel there for that with the head. He goes down. Hornell resets midfield. Sends it up. Nice job. Braden, oh, and he's going to get knocked down. That's number 15. That could be a yellow card. Gavin Johnson. They are going to give a yellow card. You could see the forearm there. Heat and frustrations, being down 3-0's got to be getting to the kids. No excuse to do that, but it happens. Freeland. And right to Linderman, as we're under 10 seconds now. And that does it. That takes us to the half. An impressive first half at that, as Hornell up 3-0. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, we'll return for second half action right after this commercial break. Facebook Live, stay right with us here. And you can watch the ads scroll on by. I'm going to put the actual time up there so you know how much time we have until half. Mets and Cubs are 0-0. Everyone's got their, I'm sure, really worried about what the Mets and Cubs score is. So anyways, we'll be back after this.
Laura and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our veterans, especially those who have served or are currently serving overseas.
Here at the Dagan Funeral Home, we take pride in serving the funeral needs of our veterans. We can arrange military services and, if desired, burial in a VA cemetery. We will provide an American flag, a veteran's cemetery marker, and can also apply for military death benefits.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving our veterans.
Okay, welcome back. Placer broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. 3-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Hornell up on top. Just getting ready to start the second half here from Maple City Park on the campus of Hornell High School. New lighting here today. The new gymnasium will be unveiled here shortly with the first volleyball game. All new flooring, seating, video replay scoreboard, everything in the gymnasium. So to make sure I knock these spiders off my camera. Don't want to cross-contaminate spiders from Adset Street to Washington Street in Hornell. You see those lights that are right there that are shining up? They're called ball followers, I think, or whatever. Because obviously with this new lighting system, LED lighting, if you don't have lights facing up so the players can see the ball, all you see is the light. So this way it shines and reflects off the ball for the players. So if you're wondering what they are, they have to be adjusted. The guys are here from the lighting crew here that put them in, and they said I should not be able to see them from our angle. They should be hidden. So they got to raise them up or do something with them, he said. It's kind of interesting. Like I said, new track lighting and everything, so if you want to walk, I think the tracks are going to be open at certain times at night now. So you can walk on the track. You don't have to have all this lighting on. They got track lights. Kimberly Wood joining us. Seth Wynett. Thanks for your comments, Seth. O'Rourke centers it. I like Hornell's passing, I really do. Especially first game of the season, you just see just the teamwork has just been between the girls last night, and except for that, like I said, those little minor things, and really not minor, but they really have to work on making sure they foul, you know, because you never know when that ball is ricocheted off the goalie, goalkeeper, whatever, and it comes back. You can score. Hornell caught standing around here once tonight, a couple times last night with the girls team as well. As it's centered, headed in. Chase Freeland for his second goal. Now, I guess that's one thing I don't like about these lighting. It goes dark. And a bleep of music, too. Hornell up 4-0 now. That's why I had a tough time. I said I wasn't used to it. I got to make sure I know exactly who's scoring these goals. Don't forget, you can watch every replay of Hornell boys soccer on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301 Peisch TV, and as well as YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Peisch TV. That's P-E-I-S-H. Ooh, shot to the face. P-E-I-S-H TV, and then make sure you subscribe to us. We put every sporting event on there. Every sporting event for the last 3 years is on there pretty much. You can watch. I'm going to start taking them off. They won't be up there permanently, obviously, because there's a shot! Goal! Is that O'Rourke? I can't tell. It's out of focus. But it looks like red hair. I think it was O'Rourke. Let me just double check. Connor O'Rourke. It was. Five nothing. So two quick goals. So 5-0. Connor's father has my niece in class. Well, maybe not this year. Last year he did. Over in Naples High School. Had my nephew as well. In his class, it's Tanner Stutzman in goal. Whoops. I lost the ball as I was looking at the roster. So 5-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Hornell starting to pull away with two quick goals here. Chase Freeland and Connor O'Rourke. Chase headed one in, and Connor able to use the leg power. Another shot, and a good save that time. And I was notified, and I can't remember the name now because I had to shut down my computer because of using the mobile hotspot. Uh-oh, kids are underneath it. That Jack DeWallaby is not in goal. He is number 42, so thanks for that information. I didn't see who did that. They did, I think, bring somebody up from JVs, if I'm not mistaken, and he is in goal. So DeWallaby is on the bench right now. Here we go, center. Again, Olean out of Section 6. And like I said last night, as I did my, oh, here we go. Yeah, kicked. Nice job that time, number 19, Colin Ponticello.
Keep going, Matt. Keep going, bud.
Funny quick story, when I was a kid, when they opened Route 36, they hadn't opened it yet. So it was built and they hadn't opened it yet, and it was all lit up, and there was no, this was back in 1975, I believe, and I was 7 or 8 years old. I let a bottle rocket off. One of those big bottle rockets, you know, that take the, it's a rocket that has the parachute and stuff in it, and it landed on where the Ponticellos live now. And I'm only 7, 8 years old, and the guy called the police, wanted to have me arrested. Turner. Can't remember his last name. There on the corner of Washington and Hornell Street now. Tom Turner, his name was. I'll never forget that. My dad goes, "What are you, nuts?" I want to have a 8-year-old arrested because he thought his house was on fire. He could see smoldering. Here we go. Good job by Tanner. The life in a small city. And don't forget, if you're just joining us, we'll be bringing you live football Friday night as Hornell travels to Batavia to face the Blue Devils. Friday night, 7:30, right here on Peisch Sports Facebook Live. Nice move there. That's number 19. Oh, no, that wasn't 19. See, like I said, it's so hard. And in fact, I just talked to John Cardabone, the new athletic director for Hornell. He's a 1995 graduate of Hornell High School, returns from his stint as AD down in Virginia. And he just said it's the same thing. He said he's not a big fan of the dark numbers and the dark shirts. And he's going to do something about it, or change them, I guess, before the this week. And I said, it's no big deal to me. I just think it's a pain in the butt. But watch the high. Nice. Oh, almost had a shot at it. Oops, lost the ball there for a second. I can't look away for a second here. Trying to make sure everything's fine with the stream here. This is late night soccer here, as this game was moved back to 8 o'clock due to the heat and temperature concerns, as well as the humidity. Mass substitutions in for both teams. I see Connor Smith coming in, number 15 Dominic Coddington, and number 3 Ian Ashworth checking in. And I didn't see who came in for, it looks like number 11, which I don't have an 11 for Olean. Like I said, thanks to an Olean parent or relative or fan gave me the information on Linderman is not the goalie tonight. He is on the bench. And somebody else is in there. I'm not sure the name. One of the things I do is I have to go by Section 5 website and hopefully the coaches update it. And, you know, and happened to tweet back and forth with a representative from Section 5, and he knows the headaches that, you know, trying to get coaches to update things and make sure things are correct. As I mentioned how, you know, some of the websites are really nice. The girls' soccer and softball and basketball websites are really, really well done, and some of the other websites aren't. You know, don't give stats, so I kind of have to wing it here as I'm announcing. It's nice to have stats and stuff to be able to talk about. An example is right here. There was nothing statistically available for Olean from last year, which I could have given you who's the hot foot this year. You know, maybe 11th grader that moved up here as a senior that Had the lead number of goals last year for Olean, but the girls, I was able to do that. Just under 28 minutes left here in regulation. Hopefully the game. And the way Hornell's playing, I can't imagine only in any threat of coming back, but never know. That's why you play it. Stranger things have happened. But Hornell with a comfortable 5-0 lead here on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Shot. Today's game brought to you by John N. Dagan, General and Trial Practice, serving the Southern Tier since 1989. 324-6690, John N. Dagan. Main Street Redemption Center. Get your cans and bottles in the Main Street Redemption Center. Open 7 days a week. 286 Main Street in Hornell. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 3. Keep America beautiful. Stop in to Main Street Redemption Center. Not only that, you pay 5 cents for your can when you buy it. You want it back. Good footwork that time by Ashworth. Oh, nice job. Stolen away, number 15, Gavin Johnson. And then giving it right back. That's number 4, Chase Freeland sends it across. I got to zoom back a little bit. Don't need to be so tight, but I'm trying to make sure I see the numbers. Oh, nice stop. Hope he's all right. There's someone down. I see Tanner checking on him. Yeah. Good job, Tanner, to make sure everything's all right. You got to stop play. That's what they're doing finally. I'm surprised the goalie, you know, a lot of times I think maybe the officials think the kid was just disappointed because he didn't play it right or missed it or whatever, but he was hurt, and that's a good job by Tanner checking him out to see maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Got to realize hitting the ground here and the heat and everything going on, it takes a toll on the body. So hopefully he'll be all right. Gonna walk it off. Maple City Dodge, stop up and check out the 2019s on the lot at Maple City Dodge. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning, Coal Services, State Route 36 in Canisteel, 698-4444. Mike Palmer, that's a lot of 4s, Mike. Easy to remember, though. Dr. John Wine, Dr. Joseph McKay at Wine Chiropractic. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wine Chiropractic. 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Getting a big hand is Jarrett Pritzel coming off. Olean kids not giving up here. Not sure exactly what happened to him, but like I said, it could be a combination of a lot of things. Dehydration, the hard hit there. And don't forget, before that collision, he was an all-out sprint as well. So I know if I tried an all-out sprint for 10 feet, I'd probably need an ambulance. Here we go. Headed away that time. Sent in and too far right that time by Freeland. Chase and his twin sister Chelsea. Chelsea's on the girls varsity team, both got their license last week. That's why I decided to hang on onto my 18-year-old van for a little bit longer until they get a little more sure of themselves driving, because I do have to get rid of it here shortly. Stopping up at Maple City Dodge and see what they've got. Gonna get either a van, Caravan, or a Dodge Journey. Sent in and wide, or just, that's Max Linderman. Checking in, number 20, Connor O'Rourke, and number 12, Noah Fuller. Coming in for Hendrickson, and didn't see who else came off, but Section 5 versus Section 6, and it's kind of funny, every year Hornell usually starts out with a Section 6, and that's what I was going to get to, before I think we had a goal earlier, is Hornell's in Class B in Olean being 50, I think 55 miles is roughly what it is, maybe 50, is the second closest Class B team that Hornell plays, or in Section 5, you know. Most of them are up north near Rochester, Bath, and a lot of those other schools are Class C now. The first closest, I guess, would be Livonia at 35 miles away. So where it used to be Dansville, Bath, they're all Class B. Wellsville at one time have all dropped, and Hornell's has stayed Class B. And in fact, the population keeps going up now in Hornell, which has been good for business around here with the new contracts and businesses that have opened up here in the city. Population is actually rising for a change. It's going to be interesting. A family who just moved from Colorado, 6'8" football player for Hornell. It's interested to see what he can do, and I don't know his name, but I think he's going to play basketball as well. So Hornell hasn't had that height in a long time. I think the last 6'6" or taller was Mike Coleman back in 1988 that Hornell's ever had. Olean, I know, has had some tall kids in basketball over the years, but Hornell has been always still able to produce. Doesn't mean height's going to bring you championships. Obviously, it's all skill and loose ball there, and nice job. I couldn't see who brought that down, but stolen away from Jonas. Stolen away by Jonas. I'll have to zoom back so you can see it better. Direct kick coming up. Hornell plays at Attica on Thursday. We will not be doing that game. Oh, and that goes in. Was that Chase again? Nice shot, Chase Freeland. As they do the light dance again. So Chase Freeland's second goal, only the junior. So Hornell up now, 6-0. The new AD, actually after this ahead here, Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorney's offices in Buffalo and Rochester. Proud supporters, the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders. Hornell Gardens or Hurlbut Care Community since 1970. long-term care facility, short-term rehab. Hornell Gardens. I was talking about that last night, that ad that's on TV, A Place for Mom. I remember my mother was near the end of her life. She goes, she actually didn't mind, didn't care. Here we go. Here we go. She actually wanted it. The one person I've ever heard that wanted to go into a nursing home just so she wouldn't be a burden on us kids. But just would laugh when that ad would come on. And the shot wide that time. A place for mom. How about a place for dad? And maybe I'll start that, because I think a place for mom is just like that general car insurance or whatever. It's basically, it's not an insurance company themselves. I think they're an ad. They'll give you the best rates, basically, like hot price or, different hotels and stuff like that. And that's what I think that place for mom is. I think it represents 1,000 different places, but I'm off on a tangent. I apologize, but it is 6-0. Under 20 minutes now.
Hi, I'm Jim Dagan, and along with my daughter Laura, own and operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home was established way back in 1883 by my great-great-grandfather and is the oldest family-owned funeral home in the area. We offer traditional funerals for all faiths as well as low-cost cremation services, and we will be happy to assist you with pre-planning and inflation-proof financing.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
Welcome back for those watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301 and on YouTube, Peisch TV. 6-0. So we had a water break. Saw 2 things on my street. I live on Washington Street. That's our, for those that don't know, it was named after our first president. I was sitting, and that's where my office is now, at 17 Washington Street, and I look out, and my office faces the front window, and right down the sidewalk, just trotting along, was a raccoon. And I went outside, and I watched it. It kept going right down the sidewalk, like there was nothing, no bother at all. And after that, the cops were chasing it. Apparently it had attacked a cat or something, and it might have been rabid. And then last night, I come out of my driveway, start driving down Seneca toward the Armory, and I saw a shooting star directly from one end of my street to the other. It was funny, and it was going quite fast. I haven't seen a shooting star, especially in downtown. It's hard to see anything but under the lights. But when I saw that shooting star, I made a wish. I wanted Hornell. I said, hope Hornell wins 6-0. And they might win 7-0. So my wish has come true so far. Scotty. Oops, I missed that one. That was way over anyways. Easy drive actually for Olean. Just get off the highway. It's all highway right from the stadium basically back to their school. So it's, like I said, about 55 miles. So Take a drink of water here. Yeah, handball. That's the only thing not a huge fan of, and I've seen it a couple times, and I'm not sure the exact rule. Sometimes the guy doesn't even know the ball's coming to him, and it hits him off his arm, and they call it a handball. Stutzman's there on that shot. First Heritage Federal Credit Union, now open here on the corner of Mays and Seneca Street in Hornell, our newest branch. Stop and open an account. Check out their loans and other services, financial services that First Heritage Federal Credit Union can do for you right here in Hornell. Ooh, why didn't he just catch it? I'm surprised. I don't know who the goalkeeper is, like I said. But I'm surprised he just didn't catch the ball. You never want to try to kick it out of there when you got a slew of Hornell offensive players standing there. Back to Stutzman. apparently it made it into a bucket down below. Everyone's cheering that on. And I just couldn't see it from here. It's underneath near the fencing of the stadium. So I said the closest thing I've seen to that is I remember, and I'll show you in one of the breaks here. Over there, there's some tires, and they used to be on the other end of the field down to the right, and someone had booted it from midfield to kick it out of play, and it went right in one of the tires, so that was kind of neat. Centered and shot wide that time. That number 5, Justin Briggs. Like I said, I'm just learning some of these names here. I apologize. New year, new team, or new kids, I should say. Shots! Let's see, who is that? Number, I can't tell. No, they're not doing the 13 this time. Is David Brown. I thought maybe they just gave up on the lighting and said, you know, we're beating them pretty badly, but 7-0 now. Gotta let the game clock catch up with mine. Mets and Cubs still knotted at 0. Knocked out of bounds. So Hornell is don't want to, actually worse than put the nail in the coffin. They've actually lowered the coffin in the ground here. It's up 7-0. I just like that Olean is still playing. They got to keep hustling, and they are. Can't win every game. Although the Hornell girls last year were 14-0-3 and ended up losing in the sectionals, unfortunately. But had an undefeated regular season, which is hard to do in any sport, obviously. I think it's easier to go undefeated in football than it is in regular season than it is, especially for Hornell, because you're playing a lot of C schools, smaller schools, and stuff like that. I think it's soccer where it's probably one of the most difficult in basketball because you're obviously playing so many games too. Of course, these kids, the substitutes that are in for Hornell, they want to score too. So Hornell not giving up as well. Or not laying back, I should say. And it's really not a matter, you know, you can't say don't run up the score, don't shoot or score. because these kids want to score, and it's not. And I know the opposing coach knows as well. So they're going to take as many shots they can and hopefully squeak one in. These kids might not get the chance to play as much. Chris Sexsmith checking in, so is Dominic Coddington. One player we haven't seen is defenseman. Or I'll tell you in just a second here. We got some ball action here. Nice move. Only a junior, Chase Freeland. Offsides. Cyrus Brioso is a player for Hornell, but he goes away every summer because he's from the Bronx and has been here for several years, but goes basically back home for the summer. So he doesn't have enough practices in, so he's on the bench down there for Hornell, but will get some playing time here soon. He's a fast defenseman for Hornell. So Hornell's got a deep team, even though they lost a lot of quality players last year. Just keep reloading. But don't forget there's other schools do the same thing. That's nice. Jarrett Pritzell, who was injured earlier, is checking back in, so he's all right. It's good to see that. Chris Sexsmith. And nothing's more important, too, than getting game action here. You know, if this was a 1-0 game, a lot of these players might not get a chance to see the field, the younger guys, and now they're in here playing game action because Olean obviously wants to get on the board as well. So it's really important, even when you're up 7-0, that you're getting these players and team members in. Airtight of New York spray foam insulation, 368-2842. Airtightofnewyork.com. Attics, additions, cellars, crawl spaces, whatever you got there that needs insulating. Airtight of New York spray foam insulation. Welcome, Lori Blades. Hornell in command here, 7-0. On the John and Dakin scoreboard. Again, Bob Boisher broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Connor O'Rourke ran on the field and they didn't blow the whistle. I said the ball didn't go out of play. Or did it? Oh, I'm not sure what happened there, why he couldn't come in, but Stutzman puts his leg to it. Under 4 minutes now remaining. Just a reminder for those joining us late, we'll be bringing you live football Friday night as Hornell travels to Batavia to take on the Blue Devils. It's Friday night, 7:30. Then we're back home Saturday night as the Lady Raiders are in action after coming off a 3-0 win last night against Olean at Elfin University. We brought that game live here on Peisch Sports Facebook Live. And they will return again, play JT, Jasper Troopsburg, next Saturday, I'm sorry. Then next week, another full slate of games. We'll be bringing you every home and away football game and select soccer games. I think there's 15 total soccer games. We're going to be bringing you probably 10 of them. So Hornell travels to Attica on Thursday. We will not be doing that one. This is the boys team I'm talking about. Tracy Brewer, all the way from San Diego, joining us. So this start of the season here is pretty promising. Like, again, the Lady Raiders winning 3-0 last night. And wide left that time by Sexsmith. And girls winning 3-0, boys up 7-0 here. So Olean, unless they can squeak one in here, is going to go home from Hornell. Girls scoreless and the boys scoreless. So. One minute. Usually the announcer says 1 minute. So again, I'd like to thank all our advertisers. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. My 30th year bringing you high school sports, and I've done college as well. This is the 30th anniversary of this field as well, so I started right when this field, actually it was September of that year, 1988. So we're down to 6 seconds. Again, thanks for being with us. Hornell comes away with a 7-0 victory over Olean. So a shutout for the Red Raiders so far. Hornell girls winning 3-0. The JV's boys won 5-0. Now we're going to flicker the lights again. That's the new lighting system. They can make it look like you zoom in. There you go. Pretty neat. So anyways, I'm Bob Peischer. Thanks for joining us until Friday night when we bring you Hornell Red Raider football as they travel to Batavia starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for those that are watching from California. It's 3 hours difference for you. So thanks for being with us.